Let me show you the glitter that killed a city. In 1987, children in Brazil rubbed glowing blue powder on their arms like carnival paint. They smeared it on toys, carried it home, even laughed as it shimmered in the dark. To them, it was magic, stardust in their hands. But this wasn't stardust. It was cesium-137, one of the deadliest radioactive substances ever created. Invisible, tasteless, unstoppable once unleashed. Every speck of that powder was burning through their blood and bones, even as they played. They didn't feel the heat. They didn't smell the poison. They only saw beauty. And it all began when two men scavenged an abandoned hospital, searching for scrap to sell. What they found wasn't junk. It was a radiotherapy machine once used to treat cancer. Heavy, rusting, forgotten, left behind like trash. They thought it was treasure. It was worse than a bomb, because bombs explode once. Cesium dust spreads forever. It began with hunger. In Goiânia, Brazil, two men lived off scraps, raiding abandoned buildings, selling metal for survival. On September 13th, they broke into the ruins of an old cancer clinic. The doctors were gone, the patients were gone, but the machine remained. Inside, they found a machine too heavy to move easily, an obsolete radiotherapy unit built to fire radiation into tumors. The men thought it was a miracle find. All that steel, all that weight. They hauled it out piece by piece, dragging it back to their homes, laughing at their luck. But inside that machine sat a capsule, smaller than a fist, that glowed with an unnatural blue light. A fragment of nuclear fire sealed away in lead. And here's the tragedy. This wasn't an accident waiting to happen. The clinic had warned authorities the unit was dangerous. They begged someone to secure it. No one came. They thought they'd found treasure. The capsule was solid, heavy. They tried hammering at it, grinding, scraping, until finally it cracked. And then, wonder. A faint, shimmering glow leaked out. Blue light, alive in the dark, like frozen lightning. They scooped it up on their fingers, staring in awe. They didn't know it was killing them even as they admired it. One of the men carried it to a junkyard. The owner, curious, took it into his house. He gathered neighbors to see the glowing stone. They didn't see poison. They saw beauty. The dust became legend. Children smeared it on their skin. A man sprinkled it across his table for guests. Some painted it on walls. It sparkled like carnival glitter, clinging to clothes, drifting through air, carried on the breath of laughter. But every contact was a transfer of radiation, each touch a seed of cancer, burns, or death planted invisibly. Entire houses were contaminated. Chairs, floors, food, clothes, all glowing with poison no one could see. By the time anyone began to feel sick, it was too late. Then the glitter turned to horror. Within days, children vomited uncontrollably. Adults collapsed with sudden fevers. Blisters erupted on skin. Hair fell in clumps. The hospitals were baffled. They had never seen anything like it. One young girl, 6 years old, became the face of the tragedy. Doctors finally realized this was radiation poisoning. But where was it coming from? By the time they traced it back, hundreds were sick. By now, fear gripped the city. Crowds begged to be tested. Mothers screamed when doctors refused to touch them. Entire streets were cordoned off. Police in masks forced families to evacuate. The order was brutal. Evacuate. Destroy everything. People weren't just losing health. They were losing their memories. Goiânia had become a ghost city, not through war, but through glittering poison. The cleanup looked like war. Hazmat teams stormed in, ripping apart houses. Soil scraped away by the ton. Victims sealed in lead coffins, entombed in concrete. When coffins arrived, riots broke out. Over 200 contaminated, entire blocks bulldozed, and still the fear lingered. Today, the capsule sits behind glass in Brazil's nuclear museum. The neighborhood it destroyed is gone, bulldozed into empty ground. This wasn't war, it was neglect. Because not all disasters explode in fire. Some shimmer, some sparkle, and some kill with the beauty of stardust.